Today, we're diving into this really powerful idea called the architecture of ambition. The basic gist? It suggests that behind some of the world's biggest success stories, it isn't just talent or hard work. It's actually a hidden wound. So let's get right into it. All right, first things first, let's talk about the story we all think we know. You know, the classic recipe for making it to the top.
I mean, we all ask this question, right? You look at these incredible people at the top of their game and you can't help but wonder, how did they do it? What's their secret sauce?
And the answers you usually hear are, well, the usual suspects. You gotta have hard work, some raw talent, a ton of passion, and yeah, maybe a little bit of luck. And look, these things are absolutely part of the equation. No doubt about it.
From the time we're kids, this is the blueprint we're handed. We're told, just follow this recipe and you'll get there. It's a really clean, simple, and inspiring story.
But here's where that simple story starts to fall apart. See, the argument here is that there's a much deeper, way more complicated, and often totally hidden layer to what really drives ambition. What if the most powerful fuel for incredible achievement isn't just about passion or talent? What if it's actually something that's, well, a little harder to talk about? And that is the core idea we're exploring today. The thought that for so many super high achievers, that relentless drive to win isn't just about reaching for something great, it's about running away from a shadow in their past. Now, it is so important to understand what we mean by a childhood wound. We're not always talking about some huge, dramatic trauma. It can be way more subtle than that. You know, maybe it's feeling like you were never quite good enough for a parent, or being the sibling who always got overlooked, or just feeling like you didn't fit in. It's some kind of early experience that leaves this quiet but powerful imprint of inadequacy. So the big question is, how does that feeling, that early hurt, somehow morph into this incredible, world-changing drive? Well, there's a pretty fascinating psychological process going on here. It basically breaks down into 3 stages. First, you've got the wound, that feeling of being not enough. That leads to the second step, the vow. This is an unconscious promise you make to yourself, something like, I will show them. I'm going to become so successful, so important, that nobody can ever make me feel small again. And finally, all that intense energy gets funneled into the vehicle, a career, a sport, art, business, something tangible. What you end up with is this relentless hunger, not just for success itself, but for the validation that comes with it. Every promotion, every award, every win, it's like a temporary soothing balm on that original wound. The achievement is almost secondary to what it proves to the world, and maybe more importantly, to yourself. But as you can probably imagine, an engine that runs on pain, well, it comes with a pretty heavy cost. This kind of ambition is incredibly powerful, for sure, but it's got a real dark side. It can absolutely build empires and create masterpieces, no question. But at the same time, it can take a massive personal toll on the person who has it. It's a total paradox. So let's just look at the trade-offs here. The upside, it's undeniable. This kind of drive creates incredible resilience, a laser-like focus, and just massive output. But each one has a shadow, right? That same resilience can push you straight into burnout. That intense focus can leave you feeling empty when you finally reach a goal. And that high output is often fueled by this crippling fear of failure. Because hey, if your success is what proves you're worthy, then what does failure prove? This quote just nails it, doesn't it? We build the monuments of our success on the foundations of our earliest hurts. Those shiny skyscrapers of our careers, all the trophies on the shelf, they can all be monuments we build to stand on top of those early feelings of not being good enough, hoping to build them so high that no one ever sees the cracked foundations underneath. So why are we talking about all this? Why does it matter? Because taking all of this and turning it into self-awareness, that's where the real power is. Look, the point here is not to say that ambition is bad or that success is unhealthy, not at all. The key takeaway is this: when we understand why we're running so hard, we suddenly get the choice to walk or to change direction or even to just stop and heal for a bit. It helps us move from being unconsciously driven by a need to consciously choosing our own path. And that's what I want to leave you with. This one last question to really think about. Is your ambition serving you? Is it pulling you towards a future you genuinely want, one that's filled with real fulfillment? Or are you serving it? Are you its tireless servant, constantly trying to fix a past that can't be changed? The answer to that question, that's what gives you the power to define success on your own terms.